From our studio in Weed, California, this is Inside Siskiyou. Real news, real people, real close. With anchor Shireen Strauss, Sheriff Jeremiah LaRue, and Siskiyou Reviews with Becca Rowell.
Hello, Siskiyou County. I am Shireen Strauss. Lake Siskiyou has enough water for the boat ramp. Now, boats can once again be launched. The ramp has not been used since November. This year, the boat ramp will be extended and there will be more boat rentals available. News from Dunsmuir. The Dunsmuir Community Resource Center and First Five are launching a brand new parenting series especially geared for families who are expecting and those that have children ages 0 to 5. The series is called Attachment Vitamins, and this is the first time this program has been offered in Siskiyou County. The classes will run on Friday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Zoom. If you would like to register or have questions, call the Dunsmuir Community Center at 530-235-4400. The program starts next Friday, March 26th. News from McLeod. The American Legion Post 92 on Broadway in McLeod is seeking grants for a new roof. The old aluminum roof was put on top of the original shingle roof in the early 70s. The building, which was originally the auditorium for the old high school, needs new supports as well. To donate to this community supporting organization, contact Vice Commander Jim Langham at 530-925-4493. News from Mount Shasta. Currently residing in Mount Shasta, California at the Abrams Lake RV Park, the controversial cult known as Love Has Won is gaining national attention in the media. Many Siskiyou County residents are voicing concerns over their many alleged criminal practices, including violence and abuse, all in the guise of spiritual beliefs. A petition calling for the removal of this cult has gained nearly 200 signatures on change.org. Mount Shasta Community Resource Center is offering a virtual mother-daughter circle for mothers, female caregivers, and daughters aged 11 to 5. The circle will help increase healthy communication and bonding. The founder of the One Circle Foundation, Giovanna Tormina and Gloria Endres, MSW, are the facilitators for this one-of-a-kind opportunity for families. Registration is open and the circle will start on April 7th. The circle will meet for 8 Wednesdays from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. Call the Mount Shasta Community Resource Center at 530-926-1400. The Mount Shasta Cinemas will be reopening Friday, March 19th for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday showings. Call for more information and schedules at 530-926-1116 or go to catheaters.com. News from Weed. The Family and Community Resource Center of Weed is currently working with the City of Weed, Weed Rec and Parks, and Great Northern Services to relaunch their Monday Senior Lunch program held at the Weed Community Center. Stephen Bryan, Regional Director for South County Siskiyou Community Resource Center, said, quote, "We hope to have approval and funding secured to launch this program again by the end of April," unquote. More news to come for this important program that supports many seniors in the Weed area and South County. News from Montague. Montague Elementary School is having a flatbread Indian taco drive-through fundraiser for 8th graders and athletics on Saturday, March 20th from 4 to 6 p.m. An Indian taco and drink will be $8. Tickets are available. Contact Montague Elementary School for more information at 530-459-3001. News from Wairika. Get your free to-go bag today. Stop in the Wairika Community Resource Center at 201 South Broadway in Wairika to pick up a free to-go bag and disaster ready guide. Are you ready? For more information, call 530-842-1313. Wairika resident Michael Sutter found an anomaly in the Siskiyou Credit Union parking lot when his fiancée found a perfect subject for him to test out his new Samsung camera. Zooming in on the bird, he noticed that the bird had an extra eye on its left side. News from Fort Jones. In celebration of National Library Week, which is April 4th through the 10th, the Etna Fort Jones Library is having a writing contest and an open house on May 5th. The themes for the writing contest are silver linings, finding something good or special resulting from the COVID pandemic, wildfires, or other tragic events. And the other theme is isolation, whether fiction or true life, in an essay, story, poem, or play form. The writings are due March 31st. For more information, call the Fort Jones Library at 530-468-2383 or email fortjonesbr.library@gmail.com. The Fort Jones Lions Club is hosting an Easter egg contest for kids in 5th grade or under on Sunday, April 4th from 1 p.m. at a new location, the big ballpark at the north end of Fort Jones on Highway 3. There are prizes for each age group. Bring your own basket. News from Hornbrook. It's spring cleaning time. The Hornbrook Community Association is getting together volunteers on Saturday, March 27th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to help get the old Grange site looking great. Come on down and bring your rakes and clippers. Everyone will meet at the site at 221 Main Street at 10 a.m. to get started. Lunch will be provided by Cottonwood Creek Pizza. News from Happy Camp. Wood tags are available for purchase at the Happy Camp Oak Knoll District Office on Mondays and Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. They are only able to accept credit cards, checks, or money orders at this time. If you are paying by check or money order, you can mail it to P.O. Box 377, Happy Camp, California, with your return information. They are available by phone at 530-841-4588 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can also check out the U.S. Forest Service at their website. And now, Siskiyou Reviews with Becca Rao.
Hi guys, I'm Becca Rao from Siskiyou Reviews, and I wanted to let the secret out on this place located in Mount Shasta. It's called the Mount Shasta Tap Room. Owned by McLeod locals husband and wife Pat and Sue Brush. Pat lived here about 8 years in the 70s and 80s working as a log scaler. Then after being gone, they moved back in 2013 where they opened Siskiyou Brew Works in 2014. It's in McLeod, where they serve pizza and wanted to bring his hobby of brewing into the business. Pat started brewing 25 years ago in order to save money while raising their kids. Their German food and beer influence come from Pat's German family background and the fact that he had learned to drink beer in Germany as a soldier when he was only 17. Pat says drinking the German brewed beers ruined him towards the inferior beers available in this country. When he came back to the US in 1968, there were no microbreweries and very limited imported beer, so they saw a need that needed to be filled. Other reasons for their European influence is the fact that they enjoy bringing different cultural experiences to people. Stemming from that is their desire to educate people about beer and food that are steeped in history. As far as brewing techniques go, they try to copy old-time brewing methods as often as possible. An example of that occurs during the mashing of the barley malt. Standard mashing procedures in modern microbreweries include placing your mash water at a temperature that brings the grain to 148 to 152 degrees for 75 minutes. This technique may or may not include a mash out, which means that the temp is raised at the end to 168 degrees for 10 minutes before being transferred to the boil pot. Pat and Sue mash their beer by using what is called a temperature step method. They add the grain at 104 degrees and let it steep for 20 minutes, then circulate the liquid through the hot liquor tank to raise it to 140 for 30 minutes. The process is then repeated and the temp is raised to 148 degrees for 30 minutes. Then they raise the temp to 168 for mash out before transferring to the boiler. One might consider what is a mash out. A mash out process stops all the sugar conversion from happening. This is a longer and more expensive mashing technique, which precludes most modern breweries from using it. Another quality step in their brewing process that sets them above most is that they don't overhop their beers. Beer, in fact, is a malt product, not a hopped product. And actually, the only reasons hops placed in beer is to cut the overwhelming sweetness of the mash. On the West Coast, hops have taken over taste of most beers found in this area. There is no doubt that the Tap House's 18 taps dispense the most unusual and most delicious beers north of the Bay Area. Their imports come from Germany, Belgium, Canada, Ireland, and Scotland, as well as 2 beers, their IPA and porter, that are made in their McLeod brewery, the Siskiyou Brew Works. Customers say it feels great when they come in and find out that there's a gigantic world out there that is way larger than the West Coast beers that frequent our areas. Besides the amazing beer choices, Pat and Sue apply the same philosophy to their foods. Almost everything is house-made and unique, from German to Russian food. They offered 3 to 4 types of delicious pierogies at Mount Shasta Tap Room. They feature top-quality German-style smoked bratwursts, baked goods that are based on German recipes, and their pretzels and pretzel sandwiches are fantastic. I also highly recommend grabbing a piece of any one of Sue's famous cakes, if there's any left. They sell out fast, from her chocolate porter cake to the apfel cake, which is what I got to try, and it was so good. And check out this map that they've got in there. Come in and place your pin on where you're from. As you can see, some patrons have visited the Tap House from pretty far away. All of this and more are just some of the reasons why the Brushes are in business. Their love to educate people about the real history of beers and their love for quality brews and cultural foods make this place a great experience to come for a good story, a history lesson, and delicious food at an extremely affordable price. So the next time you're wanting really good beer and food, whether you're on your own or you want to have a neat date night out, and you're in Mount Shasta, you've got to come check out these guys. The Mount Shasta Tap Room, right off North Mount Shasta Boulevard. I'll see you guys next week, and don't forget, eat local.
Hello, Siskiyou County. I'm Sheriff Jeremiah LaRue with your weekly Sheriff's Report. So the other day I got my truck registration renewal in the mail. Since it has been almost a year since I've seen it, I was kind of surprised by how expensive it is to register a vehicle in California. Then I was reminded of the fact that there are many people who try to cheat the system and register their vehicles out of state to avoid what you and I both have to pay. Did you know the state of California loses millions of dollars a year in revenue from California residents who register their vehicles in other states or countries? Did you know vehicle registration fees are due immediately upon accepting employment or establishing residency in the state of California? Or did you know California law permits only 20 days to complete the process of registering your vehicle without paying a penalty? While none of us likely enjoy paying exorbitant fees for our vehicle registration, I would bet even more people don't like the fact that there are many people scamming the system. The California Highway Patrol has a program called Registration Enforcement and Guidance, or REG, that allows you to provide tips to help track down and hold those accountable who intentionally try to cheat the system. If you know someone who lives in your community who has out-of-state license plates, let law enforcement know. Go online and look up CHP REG. There you'll come to a page that gives you all kinds of information to fill out, like the state of the license plate you saw, the license plate number, date observed, make, model, and color of the vehicle, and location observed. California loses millions of dollars in revenue every year due to vehicles being unlawfully registered in other states. Money that could help be used to improve many of our local roads and highways. I hope you have a great rest of your week and weekend, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.